Breaking news, champs. The whole boxing world is saying that Dmitry Bivol dropped his WBC light heavyweight title to avoid a fight with David Benavidez. And most of the boxing world believes that Dmitry Bivol did that to avoid that fight and ducking him. Now, I would not believe that is a duck if that is the only thing that happened. But later on, Dan Rafael said that he got a message from Dmitry Bivol's lawyer, Patrick English, and he says that he had arguments about him pulling out that were so ridiculous that he does not wish to discuss them. But because of the lawyer's statements, that does make it seem that he is ducking David Benavidez. But by Dmitry Bivol relinquishing the belt, the only thing that makes is David Benavidez the elevated champion. But by the way the David Benavidez moves in his career, I really do not think that he likes that move. I really think that he wants to earn that belt. But I really do also believe that David Benavidez is one of the most avoided fighters, him and Shakur Stevenson as well. But they are both avoided for different reasons. David Benavidez goes in there to beat the living ish out of you, and Shakur Stevenson will just embarrass you and outbox you all night. And there is also a difference between David Benavidez and Shakur Stevenson. Even though most boxers duck both of these fighters, the only difference is that nobody really calls out David Benavidez, and there are some fighters that do call out Shakur Stevenson. But that's neither here or there, and I digress to my point. But I truly do not believe Dmitry Bivol is scared of David Benavidez. I believe he relinquished the belt because he still has something to prove against Artur Beterbiev. He's in the last chapter in the book and he wants to close that book because they're 1-1 and this is gonna be the rubber match. And I hope this is the last one. Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is great, but they are holding back other fighters. I want to see other fights. We already seen Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev, and I truly do not believe nobody will ever overtake the other fighter. These guys are just too good. So yeah, let's just finish this saga, and as long as the winner between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol fights David Benavidez next, I am totally okay with that. It's not like it's a boring fight. It's a very entertaining fight, so I'm cool with that. If it was boring, I would be like, next. But yes, I want to see who truly is the best between these two fighters. But styles make fights, and that does not mean that the winner between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev is going to beat David Benavidez. I actually have David Benavidez beating both Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Now, I want all of these fighters to fight each other, and I believe these are the four kings of the light heavyweight division: Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, David Benavidez, and Saul Canelo Alvarez. I want to see Canelo versus Artur Beterbiev as well, and I want to see Beterbiev versus David Benavidez as well. So I want all four of these fighters to fight each other, and all these fights take a long time to make. Usually these fighters only really fight 2 times a year, and these are the best fighters as of right now. But by the time most of these fights are already made, it would have been a couple of years, and there's new up-and-comers that could mix it up with all four of these four kings. So yes, I do not believe in any way, shape, or form that Dmitry Bivol dropped that belt to duck David Benavidez to fight Artur Beterbiev. That is not a duck. It's not like he dropped the belt and fought a journeyman. He is fighting for undisputed. Well, this time it's not going to be for undisputed, but come on, you guys know what time it is. The first fight was for undisputed, and these guys were the best fighters at light heavyweight, and it has not been a very long time. And not just that, they have not fought anybody else. They've been only fighting each other back to back, and I truly believe that's gonna prove who really is the best fighter as of right now, as a lot of these fighters, some progress and some regress, and these guys are so evenly matched that the fight is very, very close and nobody truly overtakes the other fighter. But I truly believe fighters are always evolving, and that does not mean that it's gonna be the same outcome 5 years from now. Say Dmitry Bivol wins this third fight, that will make him better than Artur Beterbiev as of right now, but that does not mean it will be the same fight. Say they have a rematch 5 years from now. as they both will not be the same fighter. Some will take losses, some will have injuries, some have more wear and tear, some will not have the same fighting spirit and are just doing it for a check. And you know, there's a lot of other fighters that are pretty good that can mix it up with these four kings. I forgot about David Morrell, and he fought tooth and nail against David Benavidez. And David Benavidez, I truly believe, is the boogeyman. Now, David Morrell was really the only one that called out David Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez is a special kind of fighter, and I do not believe anybody beats David Benavidez. Not anybody as of right now. I also have the Mexican monster going up to cruiserweight as soon as he cleans up light heavyweight and beating the living ish out of Zurdo Ramirez as well. Hey, Mike Tyson knows what he's doing. That's why he called David Benavidez the Mexican monster. Man, David Benavidez has one of the biggest fighting spirits that I have seen in a fighter in a very long time. Now, Canelo is a very good counterpuncher, and the only thing that I see that Canelo can do is counterpunch David Benavidez when he throws that flurry, and I believe Canelo will be working on that. Now, I used to think that Canelo could beat David Benavidez, but maybe like 2 years ago. But right now, I believe it's really a 50-50 fight. I'm really looking forward to that fight. But guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you want to help out your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. I got a roll. Peace.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!